I want to cut through some of the noise. The truth is, it's you. Yeah, it's you. I often find myself looking in the mirror and frustrated with, maybe I'm not where I want to be from a fitness perspective, or maybe there's a project that I've been wanting to work on and I haven't done it yet. Or maybe I have a relationship in my life that isn't where I want it to be. The truth is, in each of those situations, it's me. And the truth in your situations is it's you. It's not where you live, it's you. It's not your business, it's you. It's not that you don't have enough time, it's you. It's not your boss, it's you. It's not your employees, it's you. It's not your spouse, it's you. It's not your children, it's you. It's not any of your relationships, it's you. It's not that you don't have the money. It's not that you don't have the time. It's not that you don't have the resources. What it comes down to is that it's you. When I started realizing this myself, first of all, hard pill to swallow, because it's much easier to blame someone else, right? It's much easier to point the finger at someone else. I grew up in an environment where there was a lot of blame going on. And believe me, there were a lot of instances where blame could have legitimately, been the thing to do. And when there's a place of blame, we give away our power. You're going to hear me repeat this over and over and over again. 100% responsibility 100% of the time doesn't mean that we take on whatever caused it. It means that we're taking on the responsibility of where we go as individuals from here. Okay? So it's not money, it's you. It's not time, it's you. It's not your boss, it's not your business, it's not your kids, it's not your spouse, it's not the government, it's not any of those things. It's you. So when you get ready to step into your leadership, when you get ready to say, you know what, no more, it is me, that's everything. You take back your power. You take back your ownership. You take back your ability to make the change in your life that you're wanting to make, or changes, right? Maybe it's a lot of changes. Just remember, it's you. It's not anything else. Okay? I so often, working with clients, I'll ask them a question and their answer will be, I don't know. Or, well, so-and-so made me feel blah, 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 blah. I don't know is a cop-out. Because in your mind, you do know. You do know what you want. You do have answers. And you get to choose to speak those answers. You get to empower yourself by living into those answers. Okay? My friends and family, they often think, I'm not sure I want to share anything with Ange because she's going to call me out. And I will call them out. I do it in a loving way. I'm not ugly about it. I think the other day I was talking about, maybe a week or so ago, I was talking about brutal honesty. It's not about brutal honesty. It's about really seeing the potential in someone and speaking life into that potential. I don't believe in brutal honesty. I believe that that's bullying. I do believe in speaking life into people, into their potential. And I see that in others. I see their potential. And that's why people come to me. That's why people come to me for coaching. That's why people come to me with their teams to help them make their teams into powerhouses. I mean, this is what I do. I transform people into the top 1% leaders. I transform teams into the top 1% powerhouses. It's what I do. And it's by seeing that potential in people and speaking life into that potential. Not everybody sees that. Lots of people love to look down on people or blame someone for something. I don't believe in that. I believe in seeing potential. I believe in seeing what's in here, right? Not just what's in here, because what's in here will play games with you, okay? Not that this doesn't always play games, because sometimes this leads you in a place where, you need to use your head. I'm talking subconscious versus conscious, okay? So when your life is not where you want it to be, it's because you're not fully stepping into who you could be, who your potential allows you to be. What if you did that? What would it look like? What would you do next? What would be your next step if you stepped fully into your potential? Because it's all about you. I know people joke about, it's all about me. It's all about me. No, it really is all about you. It really is all about you. It's about you no longer blaming, no longer shaming, no longer guilting, because all those do is off-put your ability and give away your power. Okay? This isn't blame. This isn't guilt. This isn't shame. We don't play those games. Okay? This is about taking ownership, taking responsibility 100% of the time. 100% responsibility 100% of the time. And when you do that, what's within you starts showing on the outside of you. It's already showing on the outside of you what's within you now. I think last week I read, in fact, I still have it on my wall, the quote by James Clear from Atomic Habits. I'm going to read it again right now. Your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habits. Okay? What's outside of you comes from within you. Your net worth is a lagging indicator, a lagging measure of your financial habits. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating habits. Your knowledge is a lagging measure of your learning habits. Your clutter is a lagging measure of your cleaning habits. You get what you repeat. You guys, it's about building this muscle memory, this muscle in here, building this muscle so that you can achieve the goals that you have set in your heart, the things you dream about, the things that you've always wanted to do, but yet you haven't yet done. Why haven't you done them? Look, I'm not preaching just to you. I'm talking to myself too. There are things that I know I could have done by now, and I have not done them. And I get to call myself out. It's a lagging measure of my habits. My outcomes are. So understand, you are magnetic energy. This isn't woo-woo. This is actually science has proven this. The way that our brains work draws to us. It's not just the law of attraction. In the law of attraction, the biggest piece that people overlook is the action part in the law of attraction. Okay. This is not just that. You are a magnet for energy. So what's within you, it's outside of you. If negativity rules your life, then you tend to see more negativity around you. Bad things happen. Bad things happen anyway. And you still get to decide, how am I going to respond to it? Okay. So science, it's showing how our brains drive this. I keep repeating that 80 to 90%, if you were part of the 9-day pop-up series that we did a couple of weeks ago, I drove this home over and over and over again. Our brains, our subconscious mind directs 80 to 90 plus percent of every decision we make, every action we take, and every result we get. So when are you going to start cleaning up your subconscious? When are you going to decide that the thoughts that are running, the beliefs that you have, and the meaning that you're giving to things, when are you going to decide which of those you want to keep and which ones you want to get rid of? Okay. Look, this impacts everything that you do. This isn't just about personal development. This is about taking you to the next level from your leadership perspective. This is about building your team. Look, when you hire people, you can't ask them about the stuff that got them to where they are personally. You get to research their business background or their professional background, but you don't get to ask them about the personal stuff for HR reasons, right? And yet, it's those things that are driving what they do every day. What they do every day. 80 to 90% of every decision they make, action they take, and result they get is based on beliefs and meaning that they have been carrying around with them probably since childhood. Parents, teachers, religion, friends, trauma, accidents, all sorts of things are driving what they do, and they don't even know it. It's driving you as well. How much of it are you recognizing? How often are you listening to the voice that's driving you? How often are you listening to the voice that's stopping you? Listen, I don't know about you, but I can say some pretty ugly things to myself. And when I do that, it is one of the least productive things I can do. Used to, that would send me, I would just keep spiraling over and over and over and down and down and down and down and down. And it would sometimes take me weeks to get out of it, right? My childhood was the reason for that. I didn't believe that I was worthy of the love that I wanted. I didn't believe that I was enough. I changed schools all the time and was an outsider. I even had teachers that did not like me. They admitted they did not like me. I have in one of my journals from my senior year, one of my teachers wrote in the journal that she was so sorry that she had not taken the time to get to know me sooner. She apologized for not liking me. I was a kid. And she didn't like me. I was an outsider coming into a small little town, small little school. And that was how my life was, right? And so that perfectionism that I've talked about before, that I used to just, everything had to be perfect. Hair had to be perfect. Clothes had to be perfect. Everything had to be perfect. There's no way that I would have continued filming something with a dog barking in the background. Wouldn't have done it. When I realized that those things were keeping me back, that's when doors started opening, opportunities became available, and I started trusting myself again. Look, when I was little, I was a spitfire. You could not tell me no about anything. And then as I got older, as I got into undergrad school, and then as I got married, and then as I, went through my divorce and those things, what I realized was that I was still living based on those beliefs. I don't want you doing that. I'll be 57 in September. It was finally around my late 40s that I started dropping a lot of that. I don't want you to wait that long. don't want you to keep carrying this burden. Okay. How about now to start working on it? How about now to start releasing it? How about now recognizing that it's you? It's not time. It's not money. It's not your boss. It's not your spouse. It's not your kids. It's not where you live. Look, I used to, oh my gosh, you guys, I used to complain all the time. I lived in a beautiful place, but the internet sucked. And I would constantly blame, I would blame my internet. It wasn't my internet. It was that I wasn't taking the time to get it done. I wasn't determined enough. It had nothing to do with the internet. Okay, I mean, the internet did suck. It really did suck. And it wasn't what held me back, because there are people in third world countries who are getting stuff done, and they're doing it on a cell phone. Who was I to use my internet as an excuse? Now, that's been a while, and I've been gone from there now for a while, and life changes, and I've learned to say that I get to lead. It's my leadership 100% of the time. It's my responsibility 100% of the time, just like it's yours. So, bottom line, it's a given. When you do the work on yourself, everything shifts. When you decide to step into your leadership, when you decide to take ownership, when you decide to take 100% responsibility 100% of the time, and when you decide that your team also gets the opportunity to do that, then everything shifts. So if you're interested in talking more about it, you can send me a DM or you can comment below. Can't wait to chat with some of you about some of this. Let's just figure out what's the best next step for you. Okay? What's the best next step for you? Because remember, it's you. It's you. It's not anybody else. It's you. It's not anything else. It's you. Okay? All right. Until next time, have a great week.